It was unaffiliated with Dead Air Radio. It was like the pilot episode.
And what a pilot it was.
So here we are, episode 6, or 5, rather. Want to start out the show by introducing my lovely sidekick, who is never really on camera, but that's probably for the best.
What do you mean by that?
Ben Bourgeois, ladies and gentlemen.
How dare you?
He's a handsy boy.
Yeah, okay, prove it.
Number one, handsome man.
Wow, okay.
Beautiful.
Keep going.
He's a beautiful baby boy.
A little more.
He's my elder, yet he's my child. So
Dive a little deeper.
he's a hunk. Play it one more time.
Go a little further.
He's a hunk. And he's my tiny little boy.
Okay, all right.
So you get the point here. To my right, and the viewers on the left of the screen.
Wave at the camera.
For those of you who are logged onto the Ustream, this is Adam Barnes.
You have to put your hand between your butt cheeks.
He's the sound man. He starts the show, ends the show, and he ruins the show. And I guess I'm kind of okay that he's on board with this, but I could take him or leave him either way.
Oh boy.
He makes me be here.
I do. He's great for creative output and input. He's good for input. He puts it in me. He puts it in me, and then I get it out of me. So that's why he's here.
Do you want to talk about which holes, or just leave that to the viewers?
That's none of their business.
I'm not saying it's their business.
We can pick up on that conversation in a little while. I need to get through some sponsors, though.
Oh dear.
I heard you.
As usual, we are sponsored by the Irish Knot, located on the corner of on the corner of Burp Street. No, on the corner of Fratney and Wright in the River West neighborhood. They are home to the world's loudest karaoke every Sunday night. Great drink specials, great crowd. The owner is amazing. The bartendress on Sunday, beautiful girl, very wise beyond her years. Stop on in. Really, you won't be disappointed. It's a fucking fantastic bar. Good times are held there. We also have picked up a new sponsor this week.
Oh my god.
As we do every week.
A new one, you say?
I didn't hear about this one.
Yeah,
I was unaware.
well, that's because I do all the fucking business while you guys sit on your ass and are doing whatever the hell you do, which is usually nothing.
I stand often as well.
You don't stand that much.
Sometimes.
You know what? I've actually thought about this a lot, and my life's goal is to be as horizontal as often as possible. Honestly, like what else are you doing?
I heard it's a noble goal.
Yeah.
Being horizontal is always
Is it
better than
noble?
being vertical.
I don't know that it's noble.
It's as noble as it is.
It's comfortable.
Something.
I
don't think it's noble.
Hedonism bot. He's actually horizontal his entire life.
Yeah, I mean,
That's what you want to achieve.
what's better than being completely horizontal, like for most of the time?
Sometimes being mostly horizontal, but your top portion is at a slight angle,
Mostly horizontal,
so you
though.
can see the TV.
Right.
So
More
you're talking about those
horizontal
beds.
than vertical.
What were those
TV is
beds?
always a part of the equation.
Crapedic. What was it? No, that's macaroni and cheese.
It's the quantum foam mattress.
Yeah, no, actually, that is our next sponsor. This is a new sponsor, Quantum Foam Mattresses. Foam mattresses made from strings approximately 1/10 billionth yoctometers long, giving you the path of least resistance between you and Dreamyland.
Well, thanks, guys.
So stop being a little bitch and buy our shit. That is Quantum Foam Mattresses. Also, new sponsor is Gene Creamin's Gene Cream. Also, new sponsor this week is Gene Creamin's Gene Cream. It's the creamiest cream for your jeans, combining the finest creams from men world over. Our Dream Cream will give you the best funk for your junk or your money back. That's Gene Creamin's Gene Cream. And that's the And that's the Gene Cream Guarantee. So that's it for sponsors tonight. So, actually, that's not it for sponsors.
Why don't you yap for a second here?
All right.
I'm going to do something.
Okay. I also want to do one more shout out to River West Video. They are the company they are the business, they are the standard that makes this broadcast possible, along with many others.
Tell the viewers who this is.
For the viewers who are on board, I can't. Oh, that's me and Ben when we're like, what, 10 years old?
If that.
He's my tiny little boy. First of all, why would you interrupt my River West Video shout out for?
You really want to know why?
Yeah, I do.
Because your mommy sent it on Facebook.
My mom has nothing to do with this broadcast.
She does now.
Well,
she's famous. She sent me a picture that's now going viral as we speak.
Well, the only reason why she's involved with this broadcast is because she's abroad.
It's going. Andrew,
I know it's going viral.
It's going viral.
Well, how many views do we have?
One, maybe.
Probably here. No, would you guys just shut the hell up for a second?
Okay.
Okay. I want to take this moment to proudly introduce River West Video, located on 824 East Wright Street in the River West neighborhood of Milwaukee, Wisconsin. They make this broadcast possible. They facilitate. They facilitate the broadcast. They also have a vast library of videos for purchase. Anything you could even think of. Actually, we were looking at the resistance section. Lots of great documentaries about.
How about Endgame?
Endgame, Blueprint for Global Annihilation,
Enslavement, actually.
They also have a great prawn section, exploitation, lots of naked.
Yeah, they had a Sylvester Stallone, the Italian Stallion.
Yeah.
It was called.
For those of you unaware, he shot a porno in his younger days.
I'm not sure that was the one.
Well, it is. It's good enough for me.
Well, I've seen his junk. I mean, I have the internet, so I've seen it.
Is that why he's one of your biggest inspirations?
What do you think?
He's a hunk. I do. That's what I think.
There you go.
And don't forget Pure Passion, starring Carl Weathers and Billy D. Williams.
Well, that's not prawn, but it should be.
It's prawn enough. I mean, honestly, they're hunky boys. And they're very identical looking, and that's not.
Billy D. Williams has the age department a little bit taxed.
They have like reverse mustaches too.
But like honestly, it's like they could be like they're like I think Billy D. Williams could be like the father, and Carl Weathers could be like the son, maybe in that movie.
I feel like they'd be brothers
or like uncle.
Yeah, like.
Brothers? Well,
they'd have to be brothers.
Okay, that's a little bit racist, and that's.
Oh wow!
And that's Adam Barn for you. All right, so we're getting a little sidetracked here.
Okay.
We've got a few little tidbits of news here that we could pull out of perhaps. What was that?
Orange card.
By the way, we're doing a little pre-game segment here, so anytime you hear that particular soundbite,
play it again.
Orange card.
Anytime you hear that soundbite throughout the broadcast, that means for the viewers out there, you take a drink, preferably of something alcoholic if you got it. But if you don't have it, just grab whatever is liquid that's closest to you and just take a swig, regardless of what it is.
You think we should plug the phone number real quick?
Yes, we could also do that.
I think it's on the website, but either way.
It's on the website, but if you guys are listening and you want to be a part of the show yourselves, we have a little dial-in number. Can you pull that?
I got it.
Can you? Oh, you got it? Well, I can't see the last number on the thing. If you could just push that paper
the
down.
The number is 935-2951.
Call in. We'd love to hear from you. Honestly. It's the callers and the viewers that make this show. So
we do it for them.
We do it for you. I mean, we do it for us a lot of the time.
Wait, instead of them, shouldn't you just say him?
we do it.
There's
for
like
now.
one, right?
I think we have one viewer tonight, which is actually like completely reverse of the viewer challenge I issued 2 weeks ago.
Come on, guys.
I was aiming for 4 viewers as of last week. We're down to 1. So obviously we have to retool this thing.
All right. new viewer challenge during the show today. Let's climb all the way to 6, guys.
News clips. Challenge. What was the challenge?
Let's climb from where are we at? I can't see it.
It's not on there anymore.
All right, let's get to 6 viewers. Tell your friends, friends, and 99% of those friends are going to just cop out on you.
Yeah, as
So
I always
you need
do.
100 friends.
Like my dad.
If you tell 100 of them, one of them might tune in.
If you have 100 friends, tell them all, and hopefully one of them will tune in. On a side note, within the next couple of weeks, we're going to be having some real exciting guests, some local comedians. I don't want to mention names, but I'm just going to throw it out there. We're going to have some very exciting guests, probably within the next week or two. We are. I just received a text from my friend, my cohort Ben here received a text of my grandma watching this show. Good thing she can't hear anything because she would probably be rather upset with. Well, actually, this show's been pretty nice so far. So the past shows have been a little bit vulgar, and I'm trying to change that. What's up with that news?
I love you, Grandma Lomenzo.
Should it be episode 5? There should be an episode 5 folder on there.
There is not.
Well, what happened to the episode 5 folder?
I couldn't tell you what happened to the episode 5 folder.
Who cares?
Yeah.
Well, we need a song?
No, but there's one article we should go over on the news section.
Okay.
The McAfee fail or whatever.
Oh, I know about that.
Yeah, I think
I could. Why
don't you summarize it for
give
us?
little tidbits. I don't know that much about it, but apparently, like McAfee went from
John McAfee. What's his name? McAfee. McAfee.
Yeah, he was the owner of like
Mick McAfee.
It was like $100 billion company.
Yeah.
And this guy went from on top of the world. Apparently, all the antivirus software all collapsed like 3-4 years ago.
Yeah, well,
I didn't really know that actually, like, because it's still fairly prevalent on all of our computers.
It's even though it's like a money thing.
It's totally worthless, all the software, but apparently all that stuff like went belly up years ago. And what happened was this guy went from owning $100 billion
Yeah, $100
million company.
That's what it was.
To being, he was fleeing from the police. He was in a different country with a 17-year-old girlfriend
and like
with a ton of firearms and all this stuff. It was absolutely insane. And this guy eventually he got caught and he completely broke at the time. And it's like, how if you own $100 million company and that happens to you? Like,
well, why was he fleeing the country? For the
because
first part?
the cops were after him at that point.
For what? Like tax evasion or something?
It probably was something like that. But I mean, the guy builds. I don't know that he personally did, but the guy, let's say, builds a company from the ground up that makes $100 million, and he's not smart enough to not have to work for the rest of his life.
I think he was kind of one of those eccentric millionaires.
Clearly, he was.
I read that article that there were some like sexual soirees that went on in his office that he was completely
he was big time into feet.
Well, I am. I mean,
I already know that. You don't have to reiterate that.
And if I need to flee the country because I love feet, what happened to this country? That's all I have to say.
What? Lomenzo, don't ever flee the country because of feet. I got 2 of them sitting right next to you.
Half of the best feet are in this country. I'm just going to tell you that. God bless America. USA all the way. Andale, arriba, arrasa, all day, every day.
I think you got a little mixed up there.
I'm thinking about Conan.
Yeah, Conan. That's a WCW reference for those of you that might possibly know.
It's a little viewer update, by the way. This is from our viewer Matt Pritchard.
Oh,
he's been a faithful viewer since day one. He says 4 current viewers.
Oh my God!
Hold on, and 4 from this screen.
You've got to be kidding me.
We are at 8 viewers.
What?
8 viewers.
Well, that shatters our old record.
That shatters it by that's twice what I was going for last week.
Thank you, Matthew. You're a wonderful human being.
Matthew, we would love to have you on the show. Maybe you could even call in and give us a little update of what's going on at your place.
The number once again is 935-2951.
That's a 414 area code for those of you listening to us worldwide, which, might not happen tonight, but will happen eventually.
No, don't sell us short. It's already happening. To those viewers in Australia, hello, mate. For those, that's all. The end.
Yeah. All right. Well, I think it's about time to introduce one of the local artists. There's actually an artist that we were unable to play last week due to technical difficulties. The name is Lucky Bone. He is a solo artist, experienced in the realm of what do you want to call it? Avant-garde. Maybe you can call it noise. I call it a masterpiece.
Yeah, I mean, it's interesting.
This song is called the one song we have. It's called Me.
And we're back.
Okay.
Andrew is not currently with us.
Well, that is true. Who is that artist again?
Lucky Bone.
That's some wild music. I don't think I've ever heard anything like that before.
I can certainly say I haven't.
What's your most anticipated album of this year?
You know, I don't keep track of music the way I used to. I don't know what's like coming up.
What about the new Beach Boys album? Are you
no
pretty
new Beach
Oh
Boys
yes,
album.
there is.
Is there really?
Oh yeah.
Is it like Brian Wilson?
I don't know. Isn't he building a moat somewhere or something?
Sorry, guys.
I don't think Brian Wilson's building a boat.
A moat.
Oh, a moat.
See, when he did Good Vibrations, apparently he went crazy and he was on a bunch of acid and all this stuff. And he built a moat around his piano. Now, this story could be complete and utter bullshit, but for the sake of me sounding a little bit bright, apparently he built a moat around his piano, and that's and he wrote Good Vibrations when he was just like completely batshit crazy.
Yeah, I mean, he did definitely lose his mind while they were making Pet Sounds, or shortly after Pet Sounds.
You know, and weren't they? Didn't they do some stuff with Manson as well?
Well, Brian Wilson and Charles Manson were friends. They were friends. I don't know if they have any joint recordings.
I believe that Brian Wilson was quoted as saying that Charles Manson was one of the best musicians he's ever known.
He did. He said he was better than the Beatles.
Which is, I mean, some of his songs are amazing.
You know, I was saying this the other day. He may have been amazing. I don't know too much of his stuff, but I think with him, at least, it has to break down to charisma. I mean, who had more charisma than that guy? Like,
Stone Cold Steve Austin.
Maybe. Or any player I would create an attitude.
Right.
Because whenever... WWF attitude.
N64.
WWE. Sorry.
Not back then, though, when it came out.
We could get in trouble for that now, but...
Well, we've got 5 listeners, so I don't think there's much trouble to get into here.
Oh, I guess Manson was only friends with Dennis Wilson.
Says who?
Art.
Well, thank you, Art, for calling for the text. Maybe you can call in and brief us fools about the.
You can learn us on some.
Yeah, why don't you, Ben? Why don't you give him that number again? Maybe we can get a call in going here.
The number that you should be able to see at the bottom of your screen already is 935 2951.
So call
awesome.
in. So call in. Educate us on the music history between the Beatles and Charles Manson.
Yeah,
because
I never know what I'm talking about with this stuff. I just
honestly
hear things. And
yeah, it's a wrinkle in the space-time continuum. So we're here to learn, people, not to talk about stupid stuff that you already know. So teach us.
Would you call me a wrinkle in the fabric of time at all?
I don't think wrinkle was ever uttered. But you are a wrinkle.
You said wrinkle just like a minute ago.
Yeah, come on.
It was like 10 seconds ago, I think. Well, we have a record of it.
No.
We'll be able to go back and
All right.
investigate.
I'll put a bet on Art's life that I didn't say wrinkle.
Art, call in, save yourself.
Orange card. All right, what are we talking about now?
Music is what I was talking about.
Forget
we're
about
talking
music.
the most anticipated.
Oh, I believe that is our caller. Hello, caller. You're on the air. What do you have to say? Who is it?
This is Art.
Art.
Hey, Art.
Art, for the viewers at home, Art has been texting us. We have a text service to this radio show.
It's exclusive. If you sign up on our website,
Yep. which will be launched by next week. deadairmke.com.
Yep.
By the way, for those just tuning in. But for those of you just tuning in, we've been in contact with Art about some music history. He's our music history buff here. So Art, why don't you shed a little?
Yeah, I'm really buff. It's a new wrinkle.
All right. So
did he say wrinkle, Art? He said wrinkle.
Buff.
Did I say wrinkle earlier?
I'm a music buff.
Are you a music buff or a music wrinkle?
Another wrinkle in the music buff.
All right.
Okay.
So we had some text communications earlier. We were unsure of who was friends with Charlie Manson in the Beach Boys, and what was
Dennis Wilson.
It was Dennis Wilson, and what was his role in the band?
Well, see, he
got the hot dogs, right?
Well, no, Dennis was getting in with the Manson girls,
Girls.
the ones that were at the ranch.
So the Beach Boys and the Manson girls got it on a ranch.
No. Dennis Wilson.
What do you think Dennis Wilson's ranch tasted like?
Yeah. Well, see, the thing was that Dennis had a thing for some of these Manson girls.
Okay.
They were like really
like hipster girls.
They were kind of easy girls out in California, you see.
Okay.
And then that's how he got to meet Charlie.
Okay.
And so he got to be buddies with Charlie, and Charlie was like going, "Hey, let me lay some tunes on you."
Yeah.
And Dennis thought they were really cool, so he brought him to a Beach Boys session, and yeah, they got to listen to some of his stuff.
So Dennis and Charlie were kind of like best friends.
Well, I don't know that they were best friends.
They hung out all the time. They went to grade school together.
No, they didn't go to grade. No.
So what you're saying? What you're saying, Art?
When he was at the session, he met Doris Day's son.
Okay.
Okay, Doris Day's son.
Now that's Gladys Knight's cousin, right?
And there's also friends with Aretha Franklin.
Twice removed on the mother's side.
Okay.
Okay. But no, anyway, Doris Day's son was supposed to actually produce Charlie, and he was.
So Doris Day's produced Charlie out of her ovaries or her uterus?
Man, you guys are really obnoxious. Yeah.
Sorry about that.
I don't know. I'm trying to lay some buff on you and see what happens.
Do it. Power through our insanity.
Okay, well, here's the scoop. Terry Melcher is this guy's name, right?
Melter?
Melcher.
Like a ham and cheese melt?
What?
Okay.
Anyway, so he got involved with Charlie Manson producing or was going to produce some stuff, and then he just noticed that Charlie happened to be kind of nuts.
Mm.
So he kind of avoided him, right?
I heard. So Cheese Melt avoided Charlie Nut.
This is really kind of cool because what happened was Charlie got pissed off at Terry Melcher because he wouldn't return his calls or anything like this, and he was kind of picked out of the music business. Mm-hmm. So when they went to pick out the house for the first murder, they went to Terry Melcher's house.
Melter.
And Terry Melcher wasn't living there anymore. He sold it to Roman Polanski. Yeah. And so he murdered Polanski's wife, Sharon Tate, and the baby. And
those fucking idiots deserved it. And thank you, Charlie Manson.
And then Polanski went on to bigger and better things like raping little girls or something like that.
Movies.
What was his claim to fame?
Yeah, well, he went nuts and he decided to rape a little girl.
And then now he fled to a different country and he's making movies elsewhere, or is he dead? Or
he's raping children.
Did he rape them in the behind or the front?
16-year-olds, you know.
Probably both.
How many 16-year-olds did he rape, and was it in the front or the back? Or the upper mouth.
No, he didn't rape anybody. No, he didn't rape anybody. I do know that. Yeah, he did it in the United States. And it's against the law.
All right. Thank you for calling in. I appreciate you.
There's some lady that's giving me. There's some woman giving me criticism here. What the hell?
All right. Well, we appreciate the call. Thank you for clearing up. For those of you who just tuned in, Cheese Melt raped Roman Polanski, and that's the story of the Beatles. We're gonna move on to some current events.
Okay.
What do we got? For those of you who have been in a cave for the past 7
Well,
days.
I, for one, have not been in a cave, so lay it on me.
There was a face eating in Miami.
Yeah, sure enough. I saw the video.
Yeah, I mean, if Tim Allen were here right now, I wish I could see Tim Allen's reaction to the face eating, because I can guarantee he did that.
You think so?
Like the sound clip that just played.
No, I get where you're coming from here.
Tim Allen's
Do you?
funny.
Yes, I do.
Funny man. So there is a man who got his face eaten off by another man in Miami.
Did you watch the video?
I watched the video, but all you can see is like a butt.
It's kind of pathetic. It's like a highway cam kind of video.
Yeah.
But
Well,
then,
it's not like they were there with the film crew.
wait, here's the real question.
Did you see the pictures of the guy's face?
Did you see the pictures of the guy's face?
Yeah, man.
Oh my god.
Horrifying.
It's so disgusting.
I mean-
they were shooting this guy, and he was still he was just gnawing away.
Just like,
He just eating face.
They talk about the mental condition of the person eating this guy's face.
Well, he was on bath salts.
Right,
And
but-
apparently bath salts is some sort of synthetic meth.
What I'm wondering though is the condition
synthetic something or other, right?
But what is the condition of the guy who's getting his face eaten? Hurt that
And
long?
in pain and scared and
yeah.
my god, all of the above.
he
Yeah,
could have
but
been on
the
bath
thing-
salts too.
But there had to
Could
have been something going on.
But
'cause-
more likely, he was on like fucking like a ton of adrenaline. Like,
Is he still
can
alive?
I survive from this? I don't know that he is, or
Is he still
has
alive?
to be.
If there's anyone out
he's
there,
alive. He didn't.
He's
die.
alive.
Yeah, he's
so
alive.
what are they gonna do?
They got a reconstructive surgery of his face. He's gonna be.
So is it gonna be like skin graft, like from his ass?
Yeah,
They're
it's
gonna do like make a
it's gonna
face.
be ass meat in his face.
Yeah, he's gonna have like a crevice right in the middle.
I mean,
it's the only way.
my heart goes out to that guy. Honestly, the guy.
it's disgusting.
I thought the guy who got his face eaten was the guy who ate the face.
No, it's some weird.
Yeah. No, I know.
I don't know.
I had no idea, but that's the craziest thing.
It's vile.
I think that's the craziest thing that's probably happened within the last like 100.
I would say
200
the
years.
craziest thing this week. If did you hear about the Japanese 22-year-old chef that decided that he was asexual, and so he held this banquet dinner, and he cooked up. He had his penis and testicles surgically removed,
What?
cooked them up, and served them to a group of like 5 people.
Were they expecting dong and nuts?
Yes, they were. Yes, they were. And they sat down to that dinner, and they were okay with it. I saw the pictures. It is disgusting.
What? This is Japan, right?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Well, then that's really nothing too crazy.
Can you imagine that? 22 years old. Now, I am a very spry, yet very world-conquered 25-year-old man.
Right.
Could you imagine at 22 years old figuring out that, I'm done with my reproductive organs. Don't need them anymore.
I honestly,
Never. You're never done with those.
I am.
You're done.
I'm gonna be 85
Next year? Congratulations.
someday. I will be, and I'll be jacking off, and puffs of dust will be coming out, and I will still enjoy it.
Little IOU notes just to shoot out of your ear.
Yeah.
It's like IOU, yours truly, God.
No, I'm
Maybe.
hoping for the day when like spider webs come out. You know, you could just like shoot somebody into.
Well, then you'll be like Spider-Man. You could sling from building to building.
Well, that's my dream. Can't I dream?
Jacking it from building to building.
No, you can only do it once a day, Barn. We've talked about this. This is called.
I don't remember talking about this
Yeah,
before.
I've never
right.
heard this.
The premise is superheroes with pathetic abilities. How much would you pay to have them?
Yeah, per year.
Okay.
What's the most pathetic ability a
Okay.
superhero could have?
For an example.
You wouldn't be a superhero with these abilities.
Yeah, you'd be like an okay hero.
You're superhuman. You're
Yeah, but
superhuman.
not a superhero.
Not a super. I misspoke. But okay. For instance,
Yeah.
if you had the ability to levitate 36 inches off of the ground every 3 hours for 1 minute, every day on the day, you could do this.
Yeah.
How much would you pay annually?
Wait a second. That's too shitty.
That's a bad deal.
That wouldn't be worth. There's
How much would you pay?
I would pay
$50 a month, $10 a month,
$100.
Would you pay more than Netflix?
$100. I wouldn't pay.
No, I wouldn't pay more than
No,
Netflix.
I wouldn't pay more than that.
Well, Netflix is not $100 a year.
I wouldn't pay more than
Netflix is only like
Wait a minute.
80 something a year.
No, because it's $8 for. There's $9 a month for 12 months.
But I would
That's more
rather
than
have
100.
Netflix than the ability to do that.
$9.
It's $9 now.
Yeah, it's
man.
Oh
it's
my
$8.99.
God. I gotta cancel that.
I can't do the math in my head, so I'm gonna do it right now.
Do you even have Netflix still?
Yes.
Why?
I haven't used it in over a year and a half. Because other friends of mine use it on a regular basis.
It's $108.
And I'm just being a good man and keeping it flowing for them. I have 3 other people using my Netflix. I don't use it.
Don't say that on the air. They can persecute you for that.
Bring it on, John Netflix.
Orange card.
Oh, that is a call out. That's a call of arms. To John
Orange
Yeah,
card.
Netflix.
If he exists, if John Netflix is a person.
Orange card.
Yeah.
He's got the orange card. Did I mention the drinking word? That's the drinking word, isn't
That's
it?
the drinking word.
Yeah.
Oh,
So,
you can't flood it in like that.
well, you know
Quick
what?
drink.
The viewers at home.
Just played it like 5 times.
3. Learn to count.
I can't.
You know, we were talking over it though. So if you hear it without talking, you take a drink. Preferably of like
No, you can't
Drano.
specify. If you hear it, you got to drink.
Beer.
I need some beer. You're gonna need some beer for this show, ladies and gentlemen, because this is a drink cast.
Yeah, buckle in.
And we don't screw around when it comes to that.
Well, we do screw around, but not when it comes to that.
Hey man, I was born in Wisconsin, I'm gonna die in Wisconsin, and I'm gonna die with a beer in my hand.
What kind?
Probably
Hams.
probably not a beer.
Are you going to go with the Schlats or Pips?
Probably a beer not made in Milwaukee. But who knows? Maybe.
Really? You're going?
I'm gonna be like a
You're going
Belgian.
for the Tecate?
I'm gonna die with a Belgian
Look
in my
at
hand.
look at viewers that use my Netflix just texted me.
Can we get an alias?
Let's go with Roy and Ray's.
Ryan Reyes.
Yeah.
Is that like alluding to someone that we actually know?
Yeah, it's either 2 people or 1 person.
Oh, I get it. Well,
Just a second.
thank you, Roy and Reyes.
No, don't thank them. I'm giving them free Netflix.
I'm thanking you because honestly, you're doing Ben a favor.
I'm just giving
here.
them a shout out because I love those girl/guy or just
love those
one
girls
guy,
right there.
one girl, or maybe even an asexual human being
Who's
that
serving
cooks
your
their penis and testicles and serves it to the Japanese.
You know, I
The
wish
Japanese public.
that Roy would serve it up. You know what I mean? In more ways than one.
Roy, if you can hear this right now,
Roy boy. That's what I like to call him. He's a big boy.
yeah,
I
he's
love
a
him.
big boy. I love the guy.
All right, I think we're gonna take a.
You know, I'd give him kisses on the lips every once in a while if he'd be okay with it.
Well, you'd have to ask Rays for that.
Well, that's not the alias that I use.
He said Rays.
Did I?
Raze.
Right.
Right.
Like
Rays.
like raisinets.
Like Rays hell.
No, I don't think that's the same thing.
Okay. Well, what we're gonna do is take a brief musical interlude. I
Orange card.
believe. Yep. And then if you heard that, you take a drink because you guys are our loyal fans, and we're here to get you ready for the night. And I think
Somebody call in and tell us how many viewers we have tonight. I want to know.
I would love to hear from anyone right now at this
Yeah.
point. We're going to take a quick musical break,
Even
though.
Roy and Ray's.
Call in after the song.
I don't mean that like you're not our preferred call-in. I just mean that. I just mean that because we were just talking about you.
Yeah,
That's
so
all. I love you guys.
If anyone's listening out there, call in after the break. This is Celebrated Working Man.
Okay.
head.
And that was the Celebrated Working Man with their tune. Looks like it says work. Not really sure.
Abba Zabba.
Falling piano. Falling piano.
Falling piano, ladies.
Falling piano. It was a good song. If we can get some viewer opinions on that, I think it'll be a common consensus. That was an awesome song. So we had a little malfunction here at the studio. We had we use a cloud saving system, if that's what you want to call it. What are they actually called? Cloud storage. Cloud storage.
The cloud.
Cloud storage.
Yeah, the Microsoft thing.
It's the cloud.
We
the cloud.
We use
people know what the cloud is.
The cloud even.
They have an idea at least.
We use Dropbox.
Don't divulge.
I'm gonna do it because it's
great. Now Scott Stapp knows.
It's common.
Wonderful.
It's common knowledge
Scott
what
Stapp
Dropbox is.
Pissed.
Anyway, it failed on us. We had a lot of news articles and
don't
clips
dwell on that.
to talk about. I'm gonna talk about it because that's what I've got to talk about. It failed. That's the telltale sign of a failure right there.
No, you know what? Who cares? I'll talk about something.
I don't care. Yeah, well, I'm all ears.
I had my first day at my new job today. It was so exciting.
It's always a stressful experience starting a new job.
Tell me about it. I mean, here I am.
Tell us about it.
Yeah,
Okay.
tell us about it.
Shut up and
Tell
let me
us!
tell you about it.
Tell us about it, Ben.
Now,
God.
so I got a serving
Orange
job, and
Orange card.
all right, come on, boys.
All right, you got a new job.
Let's be reasonable.
You're a server now.
Yeah, I got a server job on the weekends and apparently on the weekdays too now.
Well,
So wonderful. No, but yesterday leading into today, does this ever happen to you guys? I had like the most intense, and I know this is like, oh yeah, everybody gets that way, but like it was so insane that I was just like, I don't know, it's like it was more overwhelming this morning than it was last night, but
the anxiety.
the anxiety that you feel before something like, let's say, a job interview or your first day of a new job or like what have you.
What were some of the symptoms of your anxiety?
Oh my God, it's like, first of all, restlessness. I couldn't sleep at all last night.
Cold sweats.
And I don't know the exact symptoms, but all I'm saying is like, you're totally on edge. You can't focus on anything in particular.
Wait a minute. We got a call.
Bring it on.
We're gonna take the call. Hello, caller. You are on Dead Air Radio. How are you doing?
I'm just fine. How are you guys doing?
Is this Stack Man?
Stackman?
Stack Man.
No, this
No,
is
try again.
Is
what?
is it Roy?
No, it's Bleazer. I'm going to censor your name, Bleazer.
It's definitely Bleazer sounds like the
Bleazer
Stackman I
is
was
correct.
looking at last week.
How we doing, Bleazer?
Bleazer's just fine. I sold my motorcycle today,
Oh,
You're
Bleazer.
so it was a good day. I didn't get as much as I wanted for it,
Yeah.
but it's gone, and it's out of my hair. 'cause it was
Bleazer,
giving me
you just
problems.
came back from Vegas, didn't you?
No. I was
No.
going to go to Vegas, but I didn't. Interesting
Unreal.
story.
So
I wanted to go, but, I
sold
just
your
figured it'd be like
microphone.
$1,000 out the window.
$1,000?
Well, yeah. All said and done, it would probably be like $1,000, if not maybe a little bit less. But I don't know. It'd be an awesome experience. Everybody should probably go to Vegas. I don't know. I've never been, but
Why not?
I was
Take
there
advantage of this
as
Why
like I
wouldn't
think I was
you
like
go?
12 or 13. I was in Vegas. Not the time to be there.
Nope, not even close.
Not a lot you can do.
Oh my God,
When, right
that's
now?
the worst time.
No, I was like
when
12
you're
or
13.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I can barely hear. I think it's Adam. Adam, I can barely hear. I can hear Lomenzo and Ben pretty good though.
Can you hear me now?
Nope.
Yes.
Yeah.
Is he
Yeah,
on,
so-
is he on par with my volume?
Orange
We'll
card.
see.
Cool. So what are you guys talking about?
We're talking about it. We're talking about life. We're talking
You know
about
what?
love.
You know what we're talking about right now? We're talking about anxiety.
We were
Yeah.
talking about anxiety.
Bleazer, what?
You know what's weird is I had a little bit of anxiety just calling into this 3-listener radio show.
Well, I mean, we're shaping the
well, to correct
future
you,
of media,
Bleazer,
so you should be a little anxious.
we have wildly over 3 viewers right now. We have a
That's what I'm
total
talking
of
about.
maybe 8.
I think with,
Unconfirmed 8.
with you listening,
That
we
might
didn't-
be 9.
We didn't know you were listening. Yeah, I think you may be the 9th man.
Might have 9.
You sound like a man. You sound like a tall blonde
Well,
man.
he sounds handsome, that's for sure.
Bleazer, it's my understanding that you have been up to some antics lately regarding a certain mascot shenanigans.
Yeah, you guys want to talk about mascots?
Can we divulge into some mascottery?
Do it.
We can talk about mascots. What do you want to know?
I want to know what you know,
Wow.
man. I know.
Hang on there.
Yeah. First of all, don't
we
get
got a
hostile.
friendly radio show.
Don't get hostile with me. This is my show, man.
Oh no, I'm not
do you
trying to be
wanna know?
hostile. I'm trying to be friendly here.
You are. You sound friendly. What? So you, I believe I understand through the grapevine that you have a character that you play. You're a mascot. You dress
Yes.
up as a certain character.
Former mascot, but I like to get out and freestyle
Yeah,
every
well,
once in a while.
you're still a mascot. Regardless.
Just because you're not claimed by a university or sports team doesn't make you,
You know,
not
I
a
think
mascot.
Teddy
mascot.
Roosevelt coined this phrase: "Once a mascot, always a mascot."
Teddy Roosevelt. Very few people know how he got his nickname, Teddy. Was from his
teddy bear.
It was from his bear mascot
Costume.
that he did
Right.
at the Democratic
But
rally.
the junk was cut out of
Prior.
the mascot, so his dick and balls could hang right
Few
out.
people
right?
know that Teddy
Is
Roosevelt
that correct?
is still alive today in all of our hearts.
Well, in our hearts, yeah, you're totally correct.
So, Bleazer, you were talking about your mascot shenanigans. I believe you invaded many a football game at UWM once upon a time. Can you elaborate?
Well, just give us the breakdown.
Gordo Bronkowski is a character that I like to portray from time to time.
He's a household name at this point.
I made him out of foam and felt and like an old helmet.
Love and
And I
jizz.
just
Don't
kind of put
forget
them
about
together
those two
to
elements.
look like. What was that?
CLJ.
Tender love and jizz.
What happened, or how did you come to the realization that you were gonna portray this character? I'm very interested in that because
I was actually inspired by my friend Brent. He is actually the mascot for the Milwaukee Mustangs currently, but we
Nice.
go back to the UW Parkside days. We did a Ranger Bear together, and he made his own mascot. So he came up with a character by the name of Herb. Herb was sort of he kind of looked like Goofy, but more retarded. Nobody could really place an animal on him, but he was just like a goofy character with a gross overbite, with a missing tooth, with a belly, and he'd just kind of walk around. And he inspired me to make this character Gordo, who is basically the anti-mascot. He's lazy, he's rude, he's fat.
So
he's funny,
Gordo.
though.
So Gordo
enjoyable to have
Bronkowski.
around.
He's
What's that?
Gordo Brownkowski or Brownkowski?
Bronkowski. He's on Facebook.
Bronkowski.
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 He,
Gotta say it with the Wisconsin accent there.
Hey,
Oh,
what
yeah.
kind of beer does Gordo Bronkowski like to drink?
Oh, he likes the Schlitz, and he likes Pabst, and what else is
How
the
about
good
the old
beer there?
style?
How about the High Life? I swear by that.
Hey, when he smokes the
you-
cigarettes,
if
is it
it's
the
an
Pall Mall?
occasion, maybe the High Life, but usually it's like the Blatz or some other
So,
Milwaukee's Best, maybe.
So Gordo, is he inspired by any individual or any maybe group or an entity at all, or is he a completely original work of fiction?
He's inspired by Wisconsin.
Well, I mean, there and alone is enough inspiration for maybe 10, 12 lifetimes.
At least half
so.
of one.
Well, it looks
Yeah.
like some of us have less.
He
hope
lives
for
a
the
full
future.
life. He's out of shape.
Well, I'm out of shape. So what are you trying to say? I only have a half a life.
No. What we're trying to say is you won't live beyond 50.
Good, because honestly, that's my dream.
Is that really
would-
a dream of yours?
Yeah.
That's
To
not a
die
good dream
before
to have.
50?
Yeah.
That's
You're
not.
insane.
That may be like a realistic expectation.
It's my dream.
It shouldn't be a dream. All right.
It's my dream.
Hot stream of love butter.
There
Can we
we
get
go.
rid of that sound clip?
It's not on here.
Oh my
I'm
God.
mad it's not.
How dare you?
I didn't consciously get rid of it.
Not only did our news feed fail, but we got rid of probably the most popular.
Mom,
sound
I'm on a
clip.
radio show. Quiet, Mom.
Is your mom with you?
Yeah, you want to talk to her?
Yes, please.
Okay. Adam is on the phone with Lomenzo and Ben. I don't think you met them. Say hi.
Hi.
Ooh.
Hello.
Oh, hello.
Hi. Who is it?
This is
Well, we
the love of your
are-
life.
Are you from the highest?
I'm the highest you can ever meet.
Can I be up there too? How do I do that?
I will reach down and I will pull you up here with me.
Oh. Gotta go. I got my cookies in the oven.
Ooh.
What kind?
Zucchini. I mean
Zucchini?
bread. I mean zucchini bread.
Zucchini
That's a good
cookies?
cookie.
Really?
With dates and raisins and
Well,
mama's
Okay,
love and all
do you
that.
want to? Hey,
Could
do you
you-
want to go on a date with me? I got some raisins for you.
Just give her the address to River West Radio.
No, I'll
Give her the address. She could send over some cookies.
Well, I got. I also have a zucchini. On demand.
He's talking dirty to me, Steve. He's talking about his zucchini.
It's okay, Mom.
He's a hunk. Honestly, what were we calling him?
Bleazer.
Bleazer's mom. I'm not rocking a zucchini.
Why have we never called him Bleazer?
I'm not rocking a zucchini. I'm rocking like a baby carrot, but we can work with that, right? I mean, honest to God, like it's 2012. Let's make something happen.
Oh my God.
Bleazer, are you still there?
Hey, what were you saying to my mom?
Bleazer, you've been a great guest. Thank you for calling in.
Oh, you're not cutting me off.
Hang up.
It's been a wonderful treat.
Have your mom send cookies to
Preferably zucchini cookies. To
River
She's
West Radio.
tripping balls
and
right
River
now.
West Video.
She thinks she's working the oven.
so she's on acid, huh?
Shrooms.
Oh, okay. Shroom cookies. Now that's
So-
something I'm interested in.
Is last week's podcast
Yep.
up and running? Adam told me that.
It's a two-parter.
It is.
It's a two-parter. There was a glitch, but it is now up. You can find it on riverwestradio.com under
The Dead Air Radio.
You being all professional. That's cute.
We are professional.
This is
a real show.
This is
Cute.
our fifth.
Shut up.
This is our 5th to 6th episode. I think we know what we're
It's
doing.
number 5. What? That goes uno, dos, cuatro twice, and then 5.
There you have it, folks. Number 5 officially. We're gonna do one more little musical interlude. Bart, can you elaborate?
Yeah, we have a song
Limp
here.
Bizkit.
Limp Bizkit.
No, it's Icarus
It's
Down.
Icarus Down,
It's really
Naughty
not.
Little Vixen. But speaking of Limp Bizkit,
They're coming out with a new album or
they're
something?
on. No, they're Bleazer. I don't know
Yeah.
if you heard about this, but
Well,
Limp Bizkit has been signed
Frank, Fred.
to Fred Durst. Yeah,
He's a director now.
Frank Durst.
What's the news?
No, Limp Bizkit signed with Cash Money, Young Money Records, and is coming out with a CD with Lil Wayne and shit.
I believe that. Also,
way.
he's a director now.
It was quoted that it's going to be like the most kick-ass, in-your-face rock album of all time.
Really? By who? His bandmates?
By Fred Durst himself. It was by Fred Durst himself.
Great.
Also, Fred Durst legally changed his name to Frank Durst. So, so we're looking forward to that.
He's now Frank Durstein.
Frank Durstein.
All right, so we have we got Icarus Down coming up. I want to give a big shout out to Bleazer and Bleazer's mother. Thank you for making this show #1.
Send those cookies out here, please. We want cookies.
Send those.
We really want cookies.
Send those zucchini raisin shroom cookies to 824 East Center Street.
Make sure.
Gotcha.
Make sure
right,
to
guys.
write it out to Dead Air Radio.
Dead Air Radio. Dead Air Radio. Dead Air Radio. Dead Air Radio. Dead Radio.
Yeah?
Dead Radio.
Come on.
Dead Radio.
I'm listening.
Dead Radio.
Let's do it.
Dead Radio.
Uh-huh.
Dead Radio.
Let's do it.
Dead Radio.
Uh-huh.
Dead Radio.
Come on now.
Dead Radio.
Bring it.
Dead Radio.
Yeah?
Dead Radio.
Let's do it.
Dead Radio.
Okay. Uh-huh. Yes. I'm listening. Okay. Hooty hi hi. Hooty hi hi. Cut. Cut. We've gone off the wheels.
Welcome back to Dead Air Radio.
So So apparently cigarettes are more important than the radio show.
Really? To who?
It's been established that bourgeois can't go more than 4.5 seconds without a cigarette.
That's kind of funny because the camera's been on me the whole time, and I've been here.
Yeah, guess what? We can review the footage, and we can watch you digging in your dirty pack of cigarettes.
Digging in the dirt for a nicotine
I was digging in my pockets for pennies to give to elders. It's simple.
You were
The
digging your
elders
dick out of the
love
dirt
pennies.
is what you were doing.
Well, elders do love pennies. They're the only people you see at the grocery store that actually break out change.
Yeah.
I break out change. Not at the
Wow,
grocery
how
store.
old are you? 90? 95? Maybe
I'll be
100?
97 next week, thank you. And you should have some respect.
No, none.
Respect your damn elders. Everyone. That
Give me
goes to
pennies.
everyone. Because you know what?
I'm not a fan of pennies.
They've been on this earth a lot longer than we have.
What, pennies or elders?
Pennies. Most of the pennies in circulation have been around a lot longer than we have. So
What?
Respect your pennies. Respect your elders. Respect your elder pennies.
What about your penny elders?
No, that's something I haven't thought about in a long time. Penny elders. Whoa. All right, we got some internet rocking here.
Yeah, we're Facebooking.
We are.
Oh,
we are
come on, guys.
the line. And guess what, Ben? You're not invited because you.
So
I don't care. I'll tell a story.
Scott Walker made the top page of Dig, but it seemed like a really boring story.
Big
so
deal.
It's not that cool.
Wisconsin makes it onto Dig all the time because nobody cares about Dig anymore. You want to know why?
that's still
Kelly
like
Rose
Dig.
moved on to Google.
I still like Dig.
So Dig is collapsing in the dirt right now.
Where does Reddit fall into?
Reddit
place?
is still
Dude,
okay.
Reddit's sweet, man.
I don't go on Reddit.
No,
though.
you got to go on and Ask Me Anything.
I don't do forum-based websites.
I don't like the interface with Reddit. It's a little bit.
You're both have valid points, but the Ask Me Anythings on Reddit are some. If like a person you like is on an Ask Me Anything, like that's a good way to learn a shitload about what they're about and what they think about.
Don't get me wrong. A lot of the material that I wanted to talk about this week was pulled from Reddit. Fortunately, that failed. However, yeah, you can find some good stuff.
Reddit's great. There was
that's where I found Electric Retard.
Really?
Yeah, it was a Reddit. Viewers at home, go on Reddit, go to the funny section, and scroll down maybe a little bit. It's called I think the topic is called it gets worse as you scroll down. It's a collection of comics that were produced by Electric Retard, which apparently he's based out of Wisconsin. I think it's St. Francis, but they're the most horrible comics ever drawn, and
what do you mean by horrible?
They're crudely drawn, and they're probably just the most obscene concepts.
Heinous.
We're all a little worse off for having read them.
I think one of them. I think they're very image based. Very little reading is involved. I think that's where the latter word in the title of the artist is concerned. But anyway, they're vile, disgusting, but they're hilarious too. Because
they're a lot like Wonder Shows and
the combination of crudely drawn content with just how heinous the material is just works on a level that's very low but very high at the same time.
What's the name of it again?
Electric Retard.
We'll post it on our site.
You should go to Reddit. Yeah. Oh, by the way, viewers.
No, don't talk about it yet.
Talk about it.
It's nowhere near done.
It's nowhere near done. But all I want to say is that there's a website.
They can get hyped for it.
Yeah, there's a website in the works. It's not published. It's not ready to go just yet. But in the coming weeks, we're gonna have our own official website.
We're gonna have supplemental material where everything we talk about on the show, we'll have links to those things.
Forums.
You can comment. You can talk.
Forum.
Yeah.
You can tell us how great the show is.
Or you can tell us how horrible we're doing, and then we can.
We're gonna have a donate button where you could donate $2 million to us if that's what you want to do. That's fine.
Or if you want to donate 2 million sperm, into Ben's ass bank account.
Now hang on.
We can do that too.
Hey, his ass bank is full. Thank you very much.
Well, my ass bank has plenty.
Put it
of
into
room.
a Tupperware container first. I want to inspect it with a microscope.
If you care to maybe brush your teeth with it too, we could do that.
Does that help at all?
It whitens.
Does
it whitens?
Does it whiten?
It whitens, it tightens, and it
tightens too. I know it frightens. I'm aware of that.
Clash of the Titans, ladies and gentlemen.
Wow.
All right, we got some ER. I refer to him as E. I believe the guy's name is Eric Vaughn, the artist of Electric Retard, and he really. This is a new. I haven't seen this one.
This is the Tumblr.
He pushes it to new extremes, but honestly, it's so juvenile that most people will like write it off as like.
They'll write it off as exactly what it is.
Yeah, but like they can't appreciate it for what it is. You know, I can. Well, I guess I don't know what that says about myself, but I guess
I can't appreciate it at all.
Yeah, because all you can see is the backboard of a laptop.
Yeah, think about the viewers.
Well, I'm telling them to look it up. Look it up.
You think they have a computer next to them?
Well, they ought to. They're viewing it on a computer. That's the only way possible
There's
to do it.
no way any of our listeners are near a computer.
You know what? The drawings are actually a lot better than you would like. I think he looks like he uses like Microsoft Paint or something.
He has like understated talent because they're like really like
just
they look like cartoony, like a little kid could draw them, but they use like perspective.
Yeah, exactly.
And things.
And honestly, like the concept, like what you can argue about the concept, but like he really stories it out. I mean,
yeah, I mean, great comic artist. On top of the like juvenile style,
it's extremely offensive. I mean, there's racial slurs, there's like child rape. I mean, depending on what you think is funny.
I don't think a lot of people think child rape is funny.
But when it's portrayed in such a,
it can be funny.
Yeah, anything can be funny if you have the right attitude. Like Tim Allen,
Tim Allen can't really be funny.
Sure, he can. I dare you to tell me that you didn't think he was funny ever once in your life.
Tim Allen was funny, and still sometimes is funny.
Yeah, I know. I'm a liar.
You weren't.
You're a horrible liar. How dare you?
I know.
How dare you ever speak down to Tim Allen? We're gonna.
I don't know what to say.
I think actually we're gonna get him lined up on the show tomorrow, or not tomorrow, next week.
Wow.
Tim Allen.
Yeah, we have.
He's back from his vacation.
I've been in contact with his agents. And
okay, I don't mean to be rude, even preemptively, but when he comes on, do you think we could ask him if he could get Jonathan Taylor Thomas?
Orange card.
It's gonna be a call-in interview, so
yeah, so
we can't ask him on the phone. Is that impossible?
Well, we'll have to ask him
on the phone.
Yeah, next week. So save it for next week. JTT, if you're out there listening to us,
I love your line of work. I love your haircut where you had the whole back side shaved and you just had the.
I love your Southern California tan. He's a hunk. And your gorgeous toenails. I don't know who does your toenails, but send them to me.
How about that?
I like it. Speaking of toenails, I trimmed mine today. And the big toenail on my right foot, I totally fucked it up. I fucked it up so hard. I cut it way too short, and now it's like in like
hurts. A digs into your.
Well, it's like a U shape. Like picture like
what?
like a.
So it's like inverted.
It's like an arc. Picture an arc, upside down U, like an N, I guess.
An N.
Well, like an arc. Picture an arc.
Yeah, that's what a nail usually does, right?
Well, I usually get
typically it has a bit of an arc crescent,
but it's like
shape.
It's a steep arc, and it looks horrible. I'm embarrassed. I'll never take the sock.
Who's gonna see your feet?
Me and Jesus.
So you
and the fans.
So you're embarrassed for Jesus.
Feetsus.
You know, what about those ads on Craigslist for those ticklish feet? What is going on with those?
Ticklish? Oh, yeah, on Craigslist, yeah. You
I see those.
You know more about it than I do.
I see those like every 2-3 days.
What do the ads say?
Well,
Come
it's
here
like,
and tickle my feet,
it's
please.
for a gig. It's like looking for women with ticklish feet. Oh, we want to take photos of you and your ticklish feet. Take videos of you and us tickling your feet.
They just giggle while they tickle their feet.
I don't know. It's insane. The picture, they have a website on there, and the picture associated with it is just this woman with a curled up, disgusting foot, like in the full frame of the front of the picture.
Is it like foottickle.com?
No, it's probably like there. I don't. Dot yuck. Dot yuck. Just type in whatever you want. Dot yuck, and you'll get there.
Little do you know, I'm the one posting those ads.
I believe you.
I'm looking for girls with ticklish feet. I want to shoot some videos.
Foottickle.com.
You want to shoot more than videos.
Preferably, I would like a woman with like
loads between the webbings of her feet.
Well, that's the end game. I want to start out with like a rough sole. So if you're a woman who hasn't lotioned your feet in years,
oh god,
I like a girl with like
get a pumice stone, lady, and scrub those feet with that pumice stone.
I like a girl with like a hard edge around the heel, maybe some calluses.
Really, you want to take a bite out of it?
Well, Russian foot tickle on YouTube.
What I like to do is I like to just like grind it between
what?
Between two ferns, Zach Galifianakis. It's for those of you listening, check that out. It's a great talk show featuring one of my favorite comedians. He's an artist. He's I think he's Greek, but I've heard he's also Jewish.
Greek. No, he's Greek.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
How sure?
87%.
That's a good percentage, I guess.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure.
It's a good percentage.
I'm pretty sure.
It's a good percentage.
I said I'm almost completely sure.
It's good. It's a good percentage.
Okay, knock it out with the whispering, guys.
We're gonna do the rest of the show just whispering.
No. Some of us aren't going to do the show whispering.
We're all gonna whisper.
All right?
Yeah, well, Ben.
All right, next top.
We're all gonna whisper. Ben is gonna be shut off. For the rest of us, we're all gonna whisper. Listen.
I'm not whispering.
We're all gonna whisper.
I'm not playing your game.
We're all gonna
Your game is silly.
It's a whisper show.
Ben. Fuck you and your whisper show.
This is the Whisper Cast.
Can't do it. I don't like it. All right, for our next subject, we're going to talk about airlines. So when's the last time you went to an airline and you had a good experience? You always got to take off your shoes. You got to put them in that little box, send them through that thing. You know, they x-ray that. What do they got to see in your shoes? I mean, yeah, they had the shoe bomber at one point, but what did the shoe bomber really do? Nah, he got busted by that. What? He was like an admitted CIA agent later on, right? You know, it's all absurd to me. When you go to the airport, it's nothing but headaches, okay? You get to the airport, you want to get yourself a Starbucks, you want to get yourself a Cinnabon, and you want to just go about your ways. But you can't do it because at every corner, you got to go through security.
It's a security
checkpoint,
one way or the other.
You got to walk over there. You gotta do this, you gotta do that, you gotta plug in your computer if you wanna watch some YouTube videos. You might have to pay for internet in the airport, which is probably most often the case. I don't know, I'm not in an airport often enough to know this.
It's usually the case in an airport. They have a thing called like Jetstream.
So annoying.
Yeah, and it's funny because like wireless internet's like the most easily accessible thing nowadays, right? I mean, I think anywhere,
as long as you have a signal,
it should always be free. Anyone who has a
what happened to the Milwaukee was trying to do this so long ago, was trying to offer public Wi-Fi.
I'll tell you what happened. Scott Walker is what happened.
Scott Weirdker.
Guess what? Scott Talker.
Oh,
he can talk the talk, but can he walk the walk?
I don't know.
Not in this man's opinion. June 5th, ladies and gentlemen. That's 3 days away. Is it the second?
Yeah, it is.
3 days away. We're gonna take a vote, and we're gonna tell the world that we don't like our current governor.
And then what? We get some other asshole in power?
We get a man who's going to want to put a trolley in downtown, and that's...
What kind of trolley?
A kind that goes to the land of make-believe.
I'm listening.
Where?
Go on.
That's all I got. I don't remember any of the characters.
We're going to work together...
What was the king's name?
As a city and a nation.
In Imagination?
No, in Mr. Rogers. In the land of make-believe.
King? Oh my God.
King Friday.
Friday, yep.
King Friday.
That was it. You know, I had nightmares about him.
About King Friday.
They were all scary.
Yeah, no. King Friday especially. Here it was a recurring nightmare. I was like 4 or 5 years old. He was like the leader at the local Pizza Hut. And
what?
Yeah, no, listen.
It's already great.
He was like giving like an employee meeting, and then I was like kind of hiding.
Why were you at Pizza Hut?
Well, here's the thing. I was hiding. I was like hiding behind chairs.
Stowaway.
And then he saw me, and he jumped on my back and started going like karate chopping my back. And then the ending of the dream was like me going, "That's all, folks," but like Looney Tunes, but it didn't end. And I was like, "That's all, folks." And I kept doing it, and then
that must have been your first attempt at lucid dreaming. You were like,
"That's it.
I gotta end this shit."
And I think that's why I have trouble sleeping now.
Because of King Friday.
Because of freaking King Friday.
Tell me about it.
He had like a bald mullet and no mouth.
What was the first movie?
Wait, at a certain point, it stops being King Friday.
What?
Who was King Friday? It wasn't King Friday, but it looked just like him.
Yeah, it may have even looked like somebody totally different, but in his dream, that was just King Friday.
Like
that's true, because in a dream, it could look nothing like King Friday, but it
could look exactly like somebody else.
Yeah,
but it's still King Friday.
It's still King Friday to you.
In my dream, yeah, like this is like one of the dreams that sticks out in my mind like vividly. It looked just like King Friday, but it didn't necessarily make him King Friday. You know, it was just like it was a puppet. Looked like King Friday with the bald mullet.
Well, King Friday's not a real person, Andrew. I think you need to learn this at this point in your life.
What I'm saying is that he's a character.
Actually him.
He's a character, and he was also a character in my dream who karate chopped the heck out of me. He's my tiny little boy.
Huh.
Jesus' gay brother. Speaking of which,
no. Okay, the way that I see it, I've had trouble sleeping since I was a kid, and I think that it all stemmed from being desensitized. I guess not being desensitized turns out from like movies that I saw when I was a kid. Mm-hmm. I don't know if that's still the case now, but I'll tell you what was the show we watched recently, Barn? Not too recently, the scary show on FX.
American Horror Story?
Yeah, that one got to me. I couldn't go downstairs.
Really? Going down to the laundry was, after the first couple episodes, it was tough.
Yeah, it sucked after a while, but for a little while that brought me back to childhood where I was afraid to go into certain rooms. Afraid to go.
I find it hard to believe that like anything like that could scare anyone anymore.
We have a really scary basement. Because that light doesn't come on until you're like been walking in the dark for a while.
Well, until the ghosts are like at arm's length.
Yeah, they're there. Like it's too late by the time the light comes on.
No, but what's the movie that really did it for you? What was the first movie that you had nightmares about? Like really legitimate nightmares.
You see, the one that comes. It was a video game. It was Resident Evil.
Yeah, Resident Evil. That
game terrified.
Silent Hill did it way more for me.
Yeah. I mean, Resident Evil made me feel like at night, like zombies were just roaming around my downstairs, pitch black.
Yeah,
I couldn't handle that shit. I would like be up all night thinking that there were zombies in my basement or like in my downstairs. And when if I stayed up late one night and had to shut down all the lights in the downstairs and go upstairs, petrified.
Oh, it's so scary.
Yeah.
Well, even more scary. I mean, knowing the layout of your house. What if you had to go downstairs to get like a drink of water at night? No. That's like beyond the realm of possibility.
Yeah.
I mean, you just stay upstairs and drink bath water or what?
Honestly, though, in my experience,
dirty bath water.
No, the water that comes out of the bathroom sink is always better than the kitchen sink. It's just
that's never true in my opinion.
No,
I don't know. I can't vouch for it.
I swear to God,
I drink bottled water.
Yeah, Mr. Worthington over here.
Mr.
I don't know what that means. What does that mean?
Worthington.
What does that even mean?
Mr. wastes more water in the plastic bottle it comes in than the water that's contained inside.
Boring. Cost me like $2.50 to have like 30 bottles out and about when I'm roofing and doing other things. So
it's a victory.
You know what? I recycle.
For everyone who's
just want everyone to know that
who's listening, I want to reiterate that the word of the night is orange card.
Orange card.
When you hear that noise, you take a sip of whatever is nearest to you. It could be mouthwash, could be soap, could be bleach.
It doesn't even have to be liquid.
Could be Drano.
No, not Drano.
Could be blood.
No, well, yeah, blood's fine.
Could be
face.
Liquid face.
Actually, it has to be liquid.
It's gonna be next week. I believe our show is gonna be sponsored by Liquid Face.
Orange card.
Straight out of Miami. That story still just boggles my mind.
It's gross.
I want to know. I want to know exactly. Well, everyone is dead, except for. Are we sure the face?
What do you mean everyone's dead?
The faceless.
I think
victim?
the face guy lived. The guy that has face eaten, I think he lived.
I think he did live.
Do you think they're ever gonna get a story out of him, or is he like unable to?
No, he's just gonna be like.
He's just like.
It's gonna sound like Daffy Duck or something. He's gonna be like.
No, but you know, honestly,
actually, probably because he doesn't have lips anymore to like do and like make any noises with his mouth. It's just gonna be like.
That's horrible. That's horrible.
We're bad. We're really bad.
A man got his
But
face
what was he
eaten
doing?
off.
Hanging out with another naked man in the.
That's what I'm saying.
In the underpass of like a busy highway.
And he was able to be like in a position where his face could be eaten for that long without
nobody
escaping.
can eat my face ever. I'd be like, my face is out of here.
He hit an eyeball too.
See, they had to have been doing some weird gay drug down by the bridge thing.
They were doing bath salts apparently.
Bath salts.
They both were doing bath salts.
I'm sure they both were.
Yeah.
Why would the other guy be? They were both naked, right?
No, the one
faceless-
guy had his clothes, shirt on. His pants, I think,
Pants were off.
The one guy was buck
But
naked.
his penis was intact.
Yeah, penis was.
Well,
intact.
then
The guy didn't
there's a
eat the
happy
penis.
ending to this story, anyways.
Can you
Jeez.
imagine getting fucked by a man with no with an eaten face?
Well, you know, prostitutes will do it. They don't care.
Do you think they don't care, or do they have a line?
Well, they care,
they have a
but they'll
no?
still take the money.
Yeah, I mean they'd obviously have to charge like 10 times.
All he's got to do is put on like a Bill Clinton mask or something. Like he'll be okay.
Well, a Bill Clinton mask. You can basically get away with
Well,
anything.
what have you? I don't care. Like a Jack Sparrow mask. I don't know what these ladies are into these days.
What are your fantasies, man?
Well, mostly Jack Sparrow.
Your masked fantasies.
A face-eaten man wearing a Bill Clinton mask sneaks into your room late at night. You're sleeping. You're scared because of the zombie movie you watched
You guys
earlier.
stop for a minute here.
hovers
Just
to the
stop.
window.
Mounts you.
The camera's on me right now. Knock it off.
Yeah, we can, if the viewers at home, you can see his face
Blushing.
turning
Blushing.
blood red, just like a faceless victim.
I heard
Of what do you call that? Like
a zombie.
facial cannibalism. What do you call that? Do we have a term?
Facial cannibalism?
Yeah.
I think it's cannibalism in general. Anytime you eat human flesh.
What's like the scientific name for a face?
Face?
Yeah. What do we got? All you get is if you search. Oh, we got Cannibal Corpse.
Yeah, cannibal's girlfriend blames voodoo curse.
Oh,
It's the Susquehanna.
that's the Santeria, right?
Hammer smashed face.
Cannibal Corpse. It's a great song. You think Cannibal
See,
Corpse?
what happens if we delete this one word?
I hate Cannibal Corpse.
You think Cannibal Corpse is gonna do a song about this whole this escapade that's unfolded?
Sure, and I'm sure that they'll fill up like 1/4 of the rave with fans to see it.
What's the last show you went to at the rave?
The last show at the rave? I think it was Sounds of the Underground. I saw Guar, As I Lay Dying, Cannibal Corpse, like All That Remains or something like that.
What year was that?
I don't know. It was years ago. I don't know. Maybe I saw Danzig there. I can't remember. It was Danzig, the last show I saw at
I've just given up on music in general.
I hate concerts. I hate them.
Yeah.
It's such a pain in the ass.
I hate music, man.
I don't hate music. You can't hate music. You can go in and out of phases where you listen to music, but you can't just hate music.
I said it before and I'll say it again.
If you're in the right mood and you put on like a really like just insane song that just shreds your soul and you're in the right mood for it, oh my god, there's nothing better.
Shreds your soul. Hey, hold on. We have a caller. Hello, caller.
Hello, son.
Hey, Dad. How's it going?
It is going well. Are you doing your radio show, son?
Yeah, we're live on the air. You're actually.
Why don't you just tell him to call into the show?
You're on air with us. What is your question?
Well, what am I asking about? Is there a specific?
Oh my god, this is so unprofessional.
What were you gonna ask me on the phone call?
Do you guys believe in God?
I'll answer that question. I do not believe in the God of any certain religion. However, no.
That being said,
good answer, son.
We can pass that question around, or else you can ask a different question.
How about you ask me a question?
You called.
Well, I wasn't quite sure you were on air. Let me see here.
What were you going to ask me when you called?
Are you going out to River West bars tonight?
Possibly. And anyone who is viewing the show is welcome to join us. We would love to put a face to the name of our viewers.
What? What's the favorite thing about your girlfriend?
Feet.
Her feet. Okay.
Yeah. Feet. Well,
do you enjoy how stinky her feet and her feces are?
Her feetsies?
Feces.
I'm pretty sure you enjoy her feces as much as you enjoy her feet.
Really?
I love her soul, and I love her hole. I love her feet, and I love her seat.
I think you love her teeth.
And I love her seat. If that answers the questions.
Orange card.
We will. Hey, did you hear that? Did you hear that soundbite? Play it again. Hold on, listen up.
Orange card.
That means you have to drink. Are you anywhere where you can drink anything?
I can drink agua for the time being.
No.
I have consumed many amounts of alcohol tonight.
For those who are just joining us, this is River West Radio. We have Quest on the radio.
Your father.
My father Quest. He's
Questlove.
He's a beautiful.
Your adopted father.
Yeah.
Remind them.
For those of you who don't know, I grew up with no father, zero dad in my life. In my later years, my current years, I have adopted a father who has yet to teach me how to fish. That was a promise he made years ago, and just like my real dad has failed to pull through. So hopefully someday I will learn how to fish.
Mm-hmm.
Son, I will teach you how to fish someday.
Well,
thanks, Dad.
Who else is the radio show going on with?
no one.
Yeah, there's no.
We have the two co-hosts, which are normal standard. It sounds like you have someone else with you. Can we speak to them maybe?
So is there a bougie and a Barty there?
He's not in your headphones. You can't hear him.
I can hear him.
Oh, you can.
You can't hear him?
No, I can hear him.
Yeah.
But he can't hear what you hear in your headphones. So he probably can't hear us at all.
Can you hear us at all?
He can hear you because you're talking into the phone.
You're on the phone with him.
That's why he should call there.
Yeah, he should call the
Hey, all right, I'm gonna hang up. Thank you, Dad. For those of you just joining us, the number is 935-2951. Father, if you're listening to me, call me.
He's not listening to us. He was just calling you.
I haven't heard the sound of my dad's voice in years. So if he wants to call and maybe rekindle the relationship that's waiting to be had.
Could this be him?
Dad?
No, this is Roy.
Oh, hey, Dad.
No. Roy.
What? Hey, Dad. What's going on? Oh, Roy. Or is it Ray's?
No, just Roy.
Roy.
Hi, Roy.
Welcome to the show. Thank you for calling in. I'm glad you're listening. What's on your mind?
Well, I don't know. You guys sound pretty hot, so I was thinking you guys should come to the beach with us tomorrow.
The beach. What should we wear to the beach for your sake? Speedos. What if I just came naked and I just came naked?
Banana hammocks?
Well, more like a baby carrot hammock.
You know, I could wear a banana hammock out to the beach right now, but I definitely have like very significant tufts of pubes hanging outside of my entire nether region.
He's a hunk. I have pubes that are longer than my dick, so
That is hot.
I don't know if that's what.
He could tie them in horrible knots, if you know what I mean.
I have.
Ooh, can we braid it?
Yeah, I actually have several pube dreadlocks.
I mean, you will not get that stink out of your fingers for at least weeks. You have to use gasoline or acetone.
Actually, and if you're familiar with like Cheeto fingers, it leaves a similar residue on the tips of your fingers. So just be prepared. Maybe come with gloves.
Well,
No, I would
won't
recommend
let you
not
get Cheeto stuff off my fingers, so that works.
It will feel like to suck the flavor off your fingers. Trust me, I got plenty of that for you. So what is your question, Roy?
Are you guys coming to the beach tomorrow? 'Cause maybe I'll meet you there.
What time?
I heard.
What time?
One time.
What time?
What time?
What time?
What time? What time?
What
How
time?
we say, like 1?
Give me a time. 1 o'clock?
What time?
1 o'clock?
See, I have to jog tomorrow, so I can't do it.
I have to jog tomorrow. I'll jog to the beach though.
Jog past the beach in your blue Speedo.
He doesn't have a blue Speedo.
Traditional
He has a
blue Speedo.
skin-colored Speedo
That's the only
Ooh,
color.
even better.
with hair-colored tufts right around his nether regions.
I have a flesh Speedo. It's weird. I was born with like extra skin that I could just like pull around my private parts and my butt crack. And
Oh, so you have an uncircumcised dick that like actually like you can spread all over the place? Like
It's
that?
called a penis. All right.
It's like, you know those things that dogs wear on their around their necks so they're not supposed to scratch? It's like that.
well, you know how dogs
Not
like
fupa that you can just pull down and
you know how dogs actually like they get a boner and like but half the time it's like sheathed inside of like their little holster.
It's a holster boner.
That's what I'm working with. My boner is bright lipstick red too.
oh,
But it's because I've like shaved the normal skin off with a razor.
Oh, you're working down in the
Yeah, like the raw.
you're into like the mantle
Yeah.
of the dong.
I have shaved the crust. Of
well,
my,
I will look for that tomorrow.
you will, and trust me, you're gonna do more than just look for it.
I will stare at it once I find it.
It'll take some time, but you'll
I
find
don't
it.
think I'll ever see anything like that ever again in my life.
Like
That's amazing.
I said, my pubes are longer than my peen, so it's gonna take some time. If you have a strong work ethic.
Work ethic.
A work ethic. A worth ethic.
If you have a worth ethic, you'll find it. And we thank you for calling in. That was
Thank you. Bye, guys.
that was Roy.
Bye, Roy.
Roy
Thank
G.
you for calling.
Roy G.
That was Roy G. Biv. She's got all the colors of the rainbow. Many, many more.
Great.
I think it's about time to wrap up the damn show. Benny, you wanna say some thank yous?
All right, I'd like to thank Andrew Lomenzo for being in the house tonight, as well as Adam Bart on the ones and twos, and me, Benjamin Alexander Bourgeois of the local River West area, saying good night to you, America. Good night to you, world. And most importantly, good night to you, River West.
Winning in the land.
River West.
Bye.